let's get into the story, right? Obviously, the story is in Portuguese, but I have a translated version here with me. At the fairy palace, as everyone knows, magical and odd things are always happening, but that morning, everything was in complete chaos, like never before. The bedroom was a mess. Fairy Vanilla couldn't make the beds because the cushions and pillows were bouncing through the air. Princess Milla couldn't find her little golden shoes, and the gnome Pomodoro had lost his jingly hat and refused to get out of bed. In the garden, the watering cans had gone mad. They danced around, splashing water on everything in their path. The fairy and the gnome gardeners couldn't calm them down, and poor Henry the snail ended up soaked all the way to his tentacles. He got so angry that he hid inside his shell and didn't come out until nightfall. This is Henry the snail. In the kitchen, the chaos was even worse. The loaves of bread were singing in the oven, forks were chasing the fruits, and the gnome parsley fell straight into the blackberry jam the fairy cooks were preparing. Now we're gonna have to start all over again, they all grumbled, because nobody likes blackberry jam that tastes like parsley. Soon, Queen Mint discovered the cause of all the mess. This is all because of the magical dust that has escaped and is running loose around the palace. She shouted to King Saffron. This is Queen Mint. This is the blackberry jam. Time to switch pages. Fairy magic dust, as everyone knows, is incredibly powerful and terribly mischievous. That's why Queen Mint kept it locked in a chest with 3 locks and 4 protective spells, but every now and then, mysteriously, it managed to escape, and you can't imagine the trouble that it would cause. I think Wizard Sourface is responsible for this, suggested Saffron. Sometimes he sneaks into the palace and causes mischief. He's jealous because his blackberry jam is sour as vinegar, while ours is sweet, even though we gave him the recipe as a birthday present ages ago. Whoever is to blame, we don't have a moment to lose, said Queen Mint. Before the dust escapes into the forest and turns the trees into bunnies, we must capture every single grain of magic dust, no matter how tiny. This is King Saffron. These are the fairies catching magic dust. This is the chest with magic dust. The fairies and gnomes grabbed their dust catching nets and, shaking them up and down, got straight to work. By nightfall, they had captured the very last sparkling grain of magic powder, which had been hiding inside the coffee pot. Everyone was exhausted but happy because life in the palace had finally returned to normal. Suddenly, the head fairy burst in and announced, "The blackberry jam is ready." "Wonderful!" exclaimed King Saffron. "We must celebrate. Call all the musicians. We'll throw a grand party with fireworks." "Absolutely not," protested Queen Mint. "I refuse to release the magic dust again for at least a week." "All right," replied Saffron. "We'll ask the fireflies to light up the night instead, and there will be ice-cold lemonade for everyone." The Queen sighed. A commotion was starting all over again, though at the end of the day she did love a good party too. And so they spent the entire night dancing and singing. They had so much fun that Saffron and Mint illustration